Zekas, talk to us.
You have caught me in a moment of indecision, stranger. I set out with the idea of looking into strange rumors concerning Deepscorn Hollow. Now that I have had some time to think it over, I find that I lack the courage for the task.
Okay, who are you and what are these rumors?
I am Zeechus. I deal in rumors, especially the sort that hint at opportunities. For example, there is a cave called Deepscorn Hollow on an island by the coast. It is said to be a smuggler's den. But that is not the only rumor about the place.
What's the other rumor?
Strange figures in hoods. Travelers who disappear. Masked nobles and dark rebels. Smugglers' tales to scare off the locals? Or something more? You seem brave. Perhaps you are interested. Remember your old friend Zeechus if you find riches there.
All right, I'll go look into these rumors then. Else Beyond the Village, Part 2.
I think I will just see myself back to Gideon. It turns out that I am not as adventurous as I thought.
I wonder what scared him off.
Hey, over here. I need some help.
Oh, hello.
Thank the 8 Divines. I could really use some help. The name's Bastion.
Did you forget to use a safe word?
Friend. I was accosted by a dark elf at this very spot. She went into the cave over there hours ago, but she might return at any moment.
What dark elf? What cave?
The dark elf Tanare Vels. She's a traveler I met along the road. The cave is Deepscorn Hollow. The entrance is over by the dock. I'm here to retrieve a fellow named Quistley Silvel. His family sent me to find him. I think he's in trouble.
And what do you want from me?
Untie me, please. The Silvels will pay well if you help me get Quistley out of whatever trouble he's in. And I could use someone to watch my back. Interested? Oh, and check the shack. I think Tanare dropped something during our struggle.
All right, I guess I'll see if the dark elf has left anything behind.
Oh, thank you. Look around, would you? I'd like to examine whatever my attacker dropped.
Remember, next time, choose a safe word you can remember, okay? Denari's contract. Denari Valis. As promised, our arrangement, our agreement in writing. They do not take me at my word for a long association is a bit insulting, but I'm feeling indulgent. You're to bring Quistley Silvel to the Syndicate in Leowin, preferably alive. Complete this job and your debt to the Syndicate will be cleared. This Phil Quistley has a difficulty remembering his debts, but the Silvelis are wealthy Daggerfall family. Maybe they could pay off their son's obligation? If not, debts can be repaid in a number of ways, as you well know. Current whereabouts. Seen leaving the city some weeks ago, claimed to be going to Gideon. May have joined the smugglers or bandits operating out of the cave south of east of Leowin. Deepscorn cavern caves. That area is riddled with caves. Wears an expensive signet ring. Dresses like a useless rich knob. Fancies off a ladies' man. Brags a lot. Hopefully the smugglers haven't killed him before we can collect on this debt. Lars Tull, Leowin. So he got himself in bad with Loan Shark, huh?
The letter. I knew I saw something fall out of Tanare's satchel when she ambushed me. Why? This is a contract. Tanare Vels is bringing Quistley in to pay debts in Leowin.
So you and Tanare Vels are to the same quarry? Same person?
Damn it. I guess that explains why Tanare knocked me out and tied me up. Of course, that idiot Quistley would gamble away more than he had in his coin purse. He's done it before. Usually begs his parents for help, though.
Well, just got a head start on you.
I ought to just let the Dark Elf have him, but it would be dishonorable. We better see if we can catch up to her. I'd like to leave her tied up and empty-handed when I drag Quisly out of here by his arrogant nose.
Did you tell Tanari you're going to do Deepscorn Harlow?
Probably. Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else might be looking for that petulant brat. It's not the first time I've been asked to get Quisly out of trouble.
How'd Tanari react when you mentioned your task?
No, not that I noticed. She said to keep an eye out for smugglers along the coast and departed soon after. She likely just hung back and followed me the rest of the way. Foolish of me. I should have been more alert.
How often do you work for the Savales?
All the time. House Sylvel has interests in a dozen cities. I travel all over Tamriel, looking after their business. I'm a mage by training, but I spend my days dealing with contracts and cargoes. And chasing after Quisly.
If you don't like the work, why did you do it?
The Sylvels fostered me from the time I was small, seeing to my education and giving me a place in their home. As I grew older, Lord Sylvel employed me in the family business. What I want to do isn't important. I have an obligation.
What is the family business, anyways? You don't sound too fondly of Quisly, huh?
I should try to hide it better, I suppose. We were raised together, more or less. Except he was the firstborn of a wealthy family, and I was the foundling they took in. Something which Quisly never quite let me forget.
Have you been looking for Quisly all that long?
Well, it's the right thing to do. I mean, the Sylvels gave me shelter, educated me alongside Quisly, even hired a tutor for me when I showed some magical aptitude. I owe them. And if looking out for Quisly is how I pay them back, so be it.
Well, let's go find Quisly.
This is different for Quisly. He's not one for any sort of rough living, other than maybe going to gambling dens and taverns in the seedier parts of town.
Did you tell Tanari why you were going to Deepscorn?
Probably. Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else...
Yeah, it just repeats it. Alright, down go.
Maybe there's more to this place than meets the eye. First time I've had to look for Quisly in such a rustic location. Not his usual style.
Don't say. I have to go down this way, right? Yeah.
How did Quisly stand it down here? It's not what I'd call luxurious.
Actually, surprisingly,
Roots. It looks like there's another passage beyond.
surprisingly built up for being a hollow. This looks much more cave-like.
Help! Help! Somebody!
Keep your voice down. Those lunatics will hear
Look!
you.
They have captives!
Hey,
We mean you no harm. We're looking
Over
for someone.
here.
he doesn't mean you any harm.
Cultists kill me.
Let me out too! There's a cult of Sithis in these caves! They sacrifice people!
He won't kill you. I will if you don't have money. Got it? What do you want to do here?
Prisoners? What exactly is going on here? We'd better help them.
Have to help him?
I would not linger here. Flee if you value your life.
Thank you. We've been here for days.
Yeah, we didn't kill anyone on the way in, so you're on your own sneaking out.
You should get out of here too, stranger. These people, the Unmakers, they're crazy. I think they're preparing to sacrifice people. Why would anyone want to do such a thing?
We're looking for a Breton named Quisly Slively. Have you seen him?
I've met no one by that name, but that doesn't mean he isn't here somewhere. The only non-cultist I've seen in days was a dark elf who sneaked by a short time ago. She motioned for us to wait and left without a word. I should go.
She didn't let you out, though? So, who are these people, anyways?
They're cultists, I think. They follow someone called the Daughter of Sithis, and they talk about sacrifices to the Unmaker. I was on the road to Gideon when they grabbed me. Can I go now?
Take the passage south. Careful.
Before we continue, let's talk a moment.
Yep.
Cultists? That explains some of the decoration in here. So much for the smuggler hypothesis. I didn't expect to have to fight through a nest of cultists to extract Quisley from this mess, but so be it. What's he gotten himself mixed up in now?
Do you know anything about Sithis cultists?
What's there to know? They worship a god of death, darkness, and primordial chaos. Nothing good can come of that.
Sithis.
He's always getting into trouble, but it usually involves love or dice. He could be in real danger this time.
Oh wait, love or dice? So he's probably banging one of the cultists, right? Widow saw Tanari Vels come through not long ago. She wants Quisley alive too, right?
Allowing Quisley to be dragged off to angry criminals is not much of an improvement. While Quisley might deserve it, I can't let Tanari Vels get him either. I want to try to grab one of these cultists and get some answers.
Why are you responsible for Quisley?
It's a long story. Suffice it to say, I owe his family a great debt. Quisley and I were more or less raised together. The Sylvels count on me to watch out for him, or help him if he needs it.
So you're like brothers?
That's what the Sylvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone they raised. Forgive me if I sound ungrateful. They took me in and made sure I was clothed, educated, trained. They didn't have to do that.
How many times have you gotten Quisley out of trouble?
I've lost count. He does as he pleases. Unfortunately, what pleases him seems to land him in hot water. Every time. This, though, how Quisley stumbled into a cult's clutches, I can only guess.
Do you owe them a debt too?
I'm the son of Lord Martel Hallex, the traitor.
Traitor?
I suppose the story's not well known outside of court circles. My father was one of High King Emmerich's most trusted advisors. But when I was only a toddler, he plotted to secretly murder Emmerich and appoint himself regent. Or so I'm told.
Oh, it sounds like a great guy, actually. Getting rid of Emmerich? I'm for that.
He failed, of course. Others in my family were implicated in the plot. The High King stripped House Hallex of its titles and domains. My mother died of shame. I was far too young to have been a part of it, though, so the Sylvels took me in.
Mm-hmm. Something tells me that the Sylvels are the ones who actually plotted the murder. Took him in to keep him shut.
Let's corner one of these cultists. They might know what's happened to Quisley.
I'm not really with them. Don't hurt me!
Okay.
You there! Stop!
You'd better not lay a finger on me. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Xanathar, give me patience.
Hi.
What is the meaning of this intrusion? Who are you people? What do you think you're doing here? I warn you, I am favored by the daughter of Sithis. She will avenge every injury you inflict on me.
Give me information. We're looking for Quisley Silverly.
Quisley Sylvel?
Silvel, yep.
He belongs to Laleus now. She is the daughter of Sithis, and none dare defy her. Leave while you can. You're fools if you think you can save him from her.
Let's intimidate. If anything happens to Quisley, you're not gonna walk. You're not walking out of here.
No, no! Quisley is Leleus's consort. You'll find them in the Fane of Scorn. I think the way there is back the way you came. Or maybe ahead. He's safe for now, though. They've got someone else to sacrifice today. Please, don't hurt me.
Consort, and they're gonna sacrifice somebody who's banging the main chick, the main lady. What do they call it? The daughter of Sithis. Who's the other sacrifice?
They caught a dark elf sneaking around. Even now, she faces the death of the Crystal Fangs in the ritual room just ahead. But Leleus isn't there. She and her brother are in the Fane below. Your Quisley is with them, I think.
So Quisley sounds like he's like the escort, the playboy that got caught up in a cult here. Who are you people anyway?
We follow Sithis, Serpent of Chaos, Unmaker, Bringer of Endings. The daughter of Sithis claims this place has been sacred to the Unmaker for years uncounted. Only when all has been consumed in the jaws of the void can the world be reborn.
Why would you join a cult like this?
War tears the Empire apart. Daedric's sorcery scourges the land. Chaos reigns. In times such as these, what power is greater than chaos? It seemed pretty exciting and different. Now I'm not so sure. I didn't really expect all the killing.
You joined a cult about like unmaking all things, and like you're surprised with all the killing. Okay. Bastion, what do you make of this cultist?
I don't believe him. I think he knows more than he says he does.
Break his knees.
The daughter of Sithis? The Fane of Scorn? I don't believe it. Quisley's fallen in with death worshippers?
It sounds like he's the side piece. Like he just went on a date with a girl, and you know, they found out later, like, hey, I'm into horse riding. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm into death cults. He's like, oh yeah, that's fine, you know, I'm big into death cults too. I death culting all around all the time, you know. Is he really the type to join a death cult?
Hardly.
Yeah.
The only thing that interests Quisley is himself. Either these Sithis followers hid their true nature to lure him in, or he's so besotted with a woman that he doesn't realize he's in danger.
Probably a second.
Either way, I'd better get him out of here.
What about Tanari?
I'm not sure I believe this sniveling cultist, but we shouldn't let anyone get sacrificed. Not even Tanare Vels. Let's split up. You keep going, in case he's telling the truth. I'll see if I can find out more about the daughter and the Fane.
See you later.
Please, I'll tell you anything you want. Just let me go. I know where a map of this place is. It's not far. Just, you know, don't hit me.
Helpful of you. What else can you tell me?
What else can you tell him? What else? I don't know, Maganinus. Maganinus. Ah, I can't talk tonight.
Help! Break these crystals! Please, they're killing me! Praise Vec. Thank you, stranger. Let's talk somewhere safer.
Not killing any of these cultists here.
Those idiots were going to sacrifice me to Sithis.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do here.
Ugh, my skin still feels like I've got 1,000 tiny spiders biting me. That was horrible. Oh, and thank you. I don't know what someone like you is doing here, but I won't argue with Providence.
Honey, so are you sure you're being sacrificed to Sithis? It sounds a little bit more like Mephala, you know? I'm helping Bastion find his foster brother, so.
Ah, the dutiful and not terribly clever mage. I'll bet he's angry with me. I took care not to inflict any permanent damage on him, and I fully intended to set him free just as soon as I finish here. It's business, not personal.
Well, I freed him already, and found a contract.
Then you understand my predicament. I need Sylvel if I want Law's Tull off my back. But it's not worth getting myself killed over. Help me get out of here and I'll help you. I got a look at a map, so I think I know where you can find Sylvel.
What do you know about this place?
Not much. Law's Tull suspected that Quisley was hiding out in a smuggler's cave on the coast. I thought I'd have to check them all. Then I ran into your friend, Bastion. I knew there was something off about the smuggler story, though. It didn't fit.
How much of a debt does Quisley owe?
He must be in deep, if Lars Toll is willing to write off what I owe to get his claws on Quisley. Too bad for him, but it's a chance for me to get out of a bad situation. Lars Toll makes a good living from other people's mistakes. Or desperation.
How'd you end up in debt?
I borrowed gold against imagined winnings like every gambler ever. You ask a lot of questions. Not to be rude, but I'd really rather find Quisley and get out of here. These cultists already tried to sacrifice me once, after all.
Okay, you said something about a map.
I found notes left behind by some unfortunate scholar. He'd apparently come here to make a survey of the ruins. I hope he had the good sense to retreat when he found fresh evidence of a cult presence. More likely, he came to a bad end.
You see anything in the chamber? Called the Fane of Scorn?
I did. It's all the way down at the end of this maze, naturally. The scholar's notes hinted that it's an abandoned temple, once dedicated to Sithis. Well, probably not abandoned now.
Alright.
He must be in deep.
Alright.
Good. I saw a rough map of this place before I got caught, so I think I know where to... I'll keep out of your way if we run into more cultists. After that ritual, I'm in no condition for a fight. The cultists definitely go on and on about Sithis.
Do. Sneaking on by.
Oh, damn. Dead end and a vampire in a cage. This isn't terribly helpful. There's got to be a way through. I know what I saw on the map.
So let's see, we have a...
Part of
Maybe
this
the
cult,
map
are
showed
you?
a passage
In
that
fact,
isn't
you
here.
appear to be lost.
So we have a half-brother looking for his brother, a bounty hunter, dark elf, and now a vampire. This is turning out to be an interesting quest.
I would have sworn the map I saw showed a passage here. Unless... could it be a hidden passage? I'll look around a bit. Why don't you see if the vampire knows anything?
What do you think he knows?
If he's been here long enough, he must have seen cultists coming or going through any hidden passages. But be careful with him. I don't trust vampires.
Hey, that's discrimination. You willing to trust me?
You're an exception to my rule. You saved me once already today. And you haven't taken advantage of the fact that those crystals left me weak as a kitten.
Not yet.
Suppose there are vampires, and there are vampires.
No, there's just vampires. I'll go talk to him.
Your comrade is correct. There's a hidden door.
Hello, friend.
Your dark elf friend watches me with no small amount of suspicion. Perfectly understandable, but I'm not a slave to my hunger. Why are you wandering around Deepscorn Hollow anyway? The daughter of Sithis is fond of sacrificing strangers.
Why does it seem like you've been smoking a lot of weed, huh? We're looking for a Breton named Quisley Silvali.
I have heard the name. The daughter of Sithis herself has him. These miserable Sithis pretenders. I can show you the passage you seek. I'll consider it payback for the way they locked me up.
Oh, that'd be helpful.
They hid the switch for a secret door under that crate over there by the wall. Clever, if one is a child. I cannot believe I thought these weak-minded fools might have a genuine insight into the dark mysteries of Sithis.
Tell me a little bit more about this daughter of Sithis.
Lalace is a noble from Leowen who made a game of dabbling in dark lore. As I understand it, she found this place and managed to wake a presence that had been sleeping here for ages. She surrendered to the darkness eagerly. I doubt that it cared.
What about all the socialites that follow her?
Fools and dilettantes bewitched by the daughter's powers. They believe she is the living embodiment of Sithis' dark will, servant of an ancient power. But the only power she serves is her own avarice and lust, like any greedy mortal.
Thanks for your help.
Huh. Surprisingly helpful.
Wait, would you do me a favor in return?
Sure, what's up?
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I'm in control of my urges. I shall not harm you.
Oh, tell me how you wound up here first.
I came here hoping the temple held answers about my condition. But the cultists discovered me as I fed upon an unwary noble from Gideon. The daughter of Sithis was intrigued, but when she realized I had not yet mastered my powers, she locked me away.
You didn't just turn into mist?
Yes, that would be an elegant solution to my predicament. I'm afraid that I'm rather new to this state of being. I haven't figured out that trick yet.
How do I know you won't attack us?
I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger. I just want to be free of this place. I came here expecting something quite different.
Fine. Yep. Get up.
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch?
Unlock it. What you gonna do?
Thank you. Perhaps the friend you seek might still be alive.
What are you gonna do now?
You have my gratitude. I gave you my word I would not harm you or your friend, and I will keep it. Beware the daughter of Sithis. The thing she calls her brother is a flesh Atronach.
Oh, great.
I knew it. I never grow tired of being correct. This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on!
Huge cave,
Hold up a
cave system.
moment before we go on, I've been thinking.
What?
I stumbled headlong into a bad situation once already. I do try to learn from my mistakes. I've been thinking. There's a good chance we won't find Quisley Sylvel alive.
What happens if you return empty-handed?
Nothing good. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it comes down to bringing Quisley in, or taking his place, but it's close. I really need to be free of Lars Tull. I barely persuaded him to give me this chance. I won't get another one.
What do you suggest then?
This may sound ghoulish, but if Quisley is dead, I'd like his signet ring. It's big, gold, and set with rubies. If I bring it back to Lars Tull, it will show that I held up my end of our bargain, and he would take it in payment of my debt.
Well, we gotta locate him first. Alive or dead, right?
Someone's coming!
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I wasted my time on that cultist. He knew nothing. Glad I caught up to you. Oh, I see you found that Tenare. Watch your back, friend.
Mm-hmm.
You put the fear of the gods into our captive cultist. He was sobbing on the floor when I gave up and left. I did meet a surprisingly talkative vampire, though. He told me which way you went. And seriously, do not turn your back on Tenare.
What are you doing right now? Learn anything more about this cult?
Our weepy friend told me that Quisly's quite taken with this daughter of Sithis. Figures. My guess is he told her his family is wealthy, so she's keeping him alive for ransom. We'll probably find them in the shrine they call the Fane of Scorn.
Well, Tenari knows about the where the Fane is. Although she thinks that Quisly might already been sacrificed.
She seems like the sort who expects the worst. I remain optimistic. I don't always get along with Quisly, but I don't want him to end up sacrificed by the cult. Or turned into some crime boss's object lesson for that matter.
Well, someone has to pay Quisly's debts.
Not at the cost of his life. I'll figure out something. I always do. But just in case, warn Tenari that she'd better not try anything foolish when we get Quisly. She caught me off guard once. It won't happen again.
Let's just find him, huh?
You're not even going to apologize, are you?
I'm sorry?
Just keep your distance from Quisly. He's my responsibility.
You okay with that?
I suppose we shouldn't keep the daughter of Sithis waiting.
If we find him alive, don't do anything rash.
Knock a gullible stranger over the head one time and earn mistrust for life, eh?
Yeah. Yep.
I took advantage of an opportunity. You know we can't both leave with Quisly. I'll duel for him if I have to. I'm very good with my daggers.
Come on, no duels. Let's just find Quisly and figure what to do then.
My, ever the optimistic one, aren't you? Very well. I agree that it's pointless to continue this argument until we have Quisly Sylvel in hand, or his corpse. But Bastion should know that my daggers aren't just a fashion accessory.
You two behave. Don't turn your back. Seems very imperial for a cult to Sithis.
Bastion, what are you doing here? Go away.
Arise, my brother. Kill these trespassers.
I'll just... oh dear. I'll get out of the way.
I need to grab Quisly before he runs off again. The little bastard.
Private chamber.
How dare you? Lalise would never have hurt me. She said so.
She murders people, you idiot! You were probably next.
I'm not talking to you, Bastion. Nor to that rude dark elf that just laughed at me.
She's probably right, though.
Just once, it would be nice if Quisly showed some appreciation for having his chestnuts hauled out of the fire. I don't think he understands how much danger he was in.
Definitely not. Inari?
Quisly turns out to be exactly what I expected. Imagine my surprise. Talk to him and Bastion for a moment. I need to think about how we can resolve our little impasse.
The impasse means we're probably gonna get knocked out.
You spoiled everything! You and that lumbering oaf my father insists on sending to make my life miserable, and whoever that dark elf is barging in and ruining my life. Who do you people think you are?
Yeah, we just saved your life, and you called this plan to sacrifice you,
Well, that's just your opinion. Everybody here treated me as a guest of honor. And Lalise, the daughter of Sithis, chose me to be her consort. She told me that she'd give me the kiss of Sithis soon. Why would you ruin this for me?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, Playboy. Okay, first off, tells me your parents demand your presence.
I can't believe they sent Bastion after me again. They treat me as if I were a wayward child. I am perfectly capable of managing my own affairs. I refuse to go.
Yeah, Tenari also says Lars Tull wants a word with you too.
That is no concern. Wait. Did you say Lars Tull?
Yep.
Is that why the Dark Elf's here? I've seen her in his headquarters out here. I may owe him some gold.
Mm-hmm. You're lucky to leaving this place alive, you know.
Claim me. I am not some sack of flour to be bargained over.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, very well.
You look it.
Bastion works for me, indirectly. I'll go with him. I can write a promissory note for the Dark Elf to deliver to her thug of a boss. He's a terrible person.
This decision may not be up to you. Tenari?
Bastion doesn't seem very fond of Quisley. I can't imagine why. We compared notes while you were talking with that simpering idiot. Bastion said he might have an idea that would solve things for both of us.
You don't want to deliver Quisley to the Lars Tull?
Years ago, I lost everything trying to get my brother out of a fishy trading scheme. Lars Tull offered to help me. I'm still paying for it. It would be grand to be done with Lars Tull and to pull one over him at the same time.
Sounds risky, though.
If Bastion's willing to work with me, and perhaps forget about the knocked out and tied up business, I think we might have room for a compromise.
Okay. Oh, I'll speak to him. Bastion, how to resolve this, Bastion?
Once we get Quisley out of here, I'm done. I've paid my debt to his family 3 times over. All right. I think I know how to sort this out. If Tenare is prepared to listen, that is, I'm willing to overlook the knock on the head to settle this.
Okay, what's the plan then?
First, we need to get Quisley out of Blackwood. Tenare doesn't have anything personal against him. Well, no more than anyone else who meets him. But the criminals she'd bring Quisley to might kill him.
So will Quisley go along with that then?
I'll threaten to tell his parents about this whole affair unless he cooperates and goes straight back to Daggerfall. Quisley knows that Lord Sylvel can cut him off. It's the only threat that actually scares him. He would have to earn a living.
In Tenari?
I think we can all walk away from this. We ship Quisley home, secretly. Then we make sure that Tenare has something she can take back to Lars Tull. Thank you, friend. I think Lord Sylvel would agree that you've earned your payment.
All right.
What do you think, Tenare? Are you willing to give it a try?
I'll need to bring Lars Tull proof of Quisley's demise.
What kind of proof would you need?
I'm clearly not dead!
If I bring Quisley's signet ring to Lars Tull, he'll believe me.
That's what I was thinking. I'll tell the Sylvels that Quisley sold the ring to pay his debt.
I'm right here!
Are you?
The ring should work. It might even cover most of Quisley's debt.
What? My ring? I'm not giving you a damn thing! Bastion, keep that woman away from me!
Yep. Knocked him out.
Here you go. I'll make sure Quisley understands to stay away from Blackwood.
Thank you. This should clear my account with Lars Tull. And perhaps clear yours with this ingrate and his family too.
We should leave this place. I'll see Quisley on his way when he comes around.
Oh, that was pretty quick. Off they go. Lore books. Nope, nothing special left here. Time to see if anyone's still waiting outside for us to talk. Come on, Blackwood. Nope, they all escaped. You know, even with skipping all the fights, that was pretty long.